What is up, fellow greasy people? I'm going to hang out and you guys tell me if everything looks and sounds good. If anybody shows up, that is. I didn't announce this. I'm trying out my DJI Action 5 Pro camera and seeing how it does for a webcam. I've been stuck in the house all day because it's Snowmageddon or whatever, the giant snowstorm that blasted most of the US, I think. I don't know. I don't watch very much news, but I know I saw a map of the US and big stretch of winter storm coming through. Well, I'm right in the middle of it. They don't call us off of work for much, and we didn't work today. We're not working tomorrow. So I've been cooped up, and I decided to come to the garage even though it's cold. I have all my heaters running, and we're almost to 30 degrees. Almost. I don't do this too often because I don't feel like I'm very good at it, and most folks don't hang out on lives. I watch lives sometimes, and then I get bored. Angels is pretty good. Red Rider Canada, BC. I always get why I can't remember her proper channel name. I don't know, but if you put those words in, it'll pop up. Hers are pretty good. She's a pretty likable lady, and she usually has a lot of people on the chat. Everybody gets talking back and forth. It's kind of a good time. Mine, not so much, but that's okay. This is more of a, I'm trying this out for Chuck. Me. It's really strange to see. Hold that thought. Allow Google Chrome to find devices on local networks. I don't know what that means. I had my dummy face on. That seems like a smart thing. Let Google Chrome do the thing. I'm going to have to look at the camera and not the computer. There's a little lag between them. I lost my train of thought. Well, clearly it seems to be working. I can see myself on the internet, which is a highly strange sensation. Then I think that's what I was talking about. Knowing I am blasting through a camera, through a computer, all over the world to, hey, there's 2 people watching. What's up? Thanks for joining in. Trying out the new camera, newish camera. I got it this summer, but I haven't done a live with it. I wondered how it worked. Can you hear me okay? Do me a solid and put it in the chat if I sound all right. I am not 100% sure if it's catching this microphone or the microphone on the old Mac computer, the MacBook Air. I'm going to do a little parts investigation on the internet, and part of why I'm doing it live. Hey, Reverender, what's up? Thank you. Right now, in the garage with a buddy heater, and 2 electric heaters, it is 31 degrees. Hey, Pit Sniper Husker, how's it going, man? Yeah, I won't be sweating in here today. No, I was giving this a shot, kind of trying my hand on a live stream, and I've got some stuff to show you folks. So, as previously discussed, these parts are not good. What I'm finding out is my fingers are now dirty, but they are quite expensive. I don't blame you for staying in the heat. I get stir crazy, and if it's 30 degrees in the shop and I can piddle or play with computers and cameras and hang out, I gotta get out and do something. I get cranky. At least it's what I'm told. Hard to live with. But I'm gonna grab the camera and show you guys a couple things if this will work. Okay, so you can see my screen. Let's see if I can. It's been 35 degrees over at the shop. Got up to about 50 with the diesel heaters. Hey, 50's pretty nice working weather. You're still probably not going to sweat too awful much, but you will not have things going numb either. So here's what I got cooking. I got a Rick Stater from the eBay, and it's pricey, but it's supposed to be brand new. So there's we'll say $300 by the time I get it shipped. And then here, what appears to be a new old stock, the field coil, is $179.95. Also not free. My carbs are shot. So this Power Barn, they're supposed to be real Mikunis, from what I can tell, is $429.95. I don't know a thing about these guys. I haven't bought them or messed with them or heard about them even. But that's supposed to come with the 2 carbs, some extra jets, throttle cable, and I think the boots. And then Speedmoto Co. also has fresh new carbs, and they're 500-ish. So that's what we're looking at. I'm going to be spending some money if I want this old turd to run. And then being I'm the guy behind the wrenches, there is no guarantee this turd will run. But I guess it's only money. And I'm kind of invested to the point on this thing where it ain't about the money anymore. It's about the making it happen. And I've done that before. It kind of stings. Here's another thing that's crossed my mind is, and it's blasphemy, but there's a fan, 200cc engine, carburetor, CDI harness, the whole bit for $709.99. It kind of makes me feel dirty. But I was pondering on my mind, do I buy the parts? And there's no guarantee the life fan will run. It is what it is. But I was doing calculations and looking at checkbooks, and I'm not sure what I'll do. But I need to get parts ordered because I need this thing on the street and out of my garage. You know. Expensive, yes. I want to extract that stator and see if it's maybe salvageable. I would be I'd be game for trying. I just do not know how. I guess that would be a Google search, chase it around, and do some heavy learning on electricity. We know I'm not an expert on that. I've purchased exactly, I think I've done it twice, purchasing Chinese carb kits. The one for the old DT250, it wasn't much count. It might not have been all its fault, in full honesty, but I have purchased one for a lawnmower, or it was some kind of lawnmower-ish engine, and it seemed okay. It made the thing run. I've had about as much luck cleaning them. And the reviews for I think it was Nibby carbs were pretty mixed. I've heard of guys using them on other stuff, and they were pretty happy with them. As well as learning curve things. I've played with a lot of stuff, but I've not had the privilege of a shop to work in and spend time and be able to lay things out as I do them, and you know what I mean. Oh, okay. Pull the stator out of the case. Yeah, why not? Let me grab some stuff. I forgot. I have a couple stuck screws that prevented me, but I've been soaking them with Croil, and they're stripped. Ugh. Oh. Those are locked up pretty good. Well, this may be a bigger battle than what I can swing right this second. Hey, Red. Thanks so much for stopping by. I appreciate it. I'm trying this live thing. I don't think I'm real good at it yet, but I don't always have something cool to talk about like you do. And I get distracted easy, and you know, there's a reason I edit, to keep the dumbness level down. Yes, it is. It is weird seeing myself go through a camera to the internet, and it is a strange feeling. I probably will need to drill the head out because they're pretty locked. I may try the old cut a slit method, jam a standard screwdriver in and give it a twist. It's going to be a fight. Yes, Pit Snipe Husker. The test I was able to do with the help from Pit Snipe Husker and Google and learning the wrong way of doing things, it's not letting things happen. Yeah, let's see. On your side of the thermometer, it looks like it's 1 degree red. On my side of the thermometer, it's 31-ish. But I got heaters going. Hey, guys, I don't want to be inconsiderate of your time. Not that terrible. Outside, I think it's 4, or the last time I looked, it's 4. I don't want to be inconsiderate of your time. I've got to run in the house real quick, tell a little boy good night. So I will be back very shortly. If you guys aren't here, I get it. I understand. Thank you. I really didn't expect anybody to show up. This was just kind of a trial, but I'll be right back. I'll see you in a second. Oh. Okay, I see what you're saying, Pit Snipe Husker. I may have to do that. Not right now. Is that just to eliminate possible bad wiring outside of the windings? I would assume. Wow, this is great. I had a few people show up and hang out with me. I feel special. Anyhow, I get the name of the game is you got to spend money on stuff. I'm afraid by the time I'm done spending money on this thing. Oh, is my heater making noise? Thanks, Reverender. By the time I'm done spending money on this thing and putting it together and working on it, I could have just bought a bike, but that takes the fun out of it. Some of the fun. I mean, getting on and riding is a whole lot of fun, and there's a process, and I kind of figure you pay to learn. You either pay with your time, you pay with your money and busted knuckles, and somehow everybody pays. Yeah, Red. Knowing your bike does make it feel better. I know it pained me so much to have to tear apart the KLR a couple months after I bought it. And I bought it new as a holdover model, but it was new. This is hard, Red. I'm reading comments and trying to think at the same time. Yeah, I hated tearing apart my KLR when I broke it, but now I know what's in the guts, and I understand it a little better. So yes, it does feel good to know your bike. And I'm going to know this one really intimately, one way or another. Tits Knife Husker, I was talking about what was I talking about? Oh, dumping a pile of money into this bike that's old and clearly is not together and complete. And I could have almost bought another runner. Excuse me. But Red Rider said that knowing your bike always makes it feel better, riding it feel better, and that is true. What do you guys want to talk about? I'm already out of stuff. I thought there'd be a few minutes of product to share. Trying to think if there's anything new on my end. I have lately, I have seen some projects that I was like, man, I'd love to have that, but I've refrained from buying it. But a work buddy of mine, he's also a subscriber to the channel. He kind of talked me into buying a four-wheeler. I have it on my phone. It is, let me get signed in. It's tongue-tied. It's a Suzuki LT80 four-wheeler. It's a little two-stroke. He said it runs. Needs a little this, little that. But he said it was a runner, and he made me such a good deal that I couldn't say no. So in Word, I've purchased a project, which is four-wheeler. Indeed, I have not handed him the money and picked it up. Inclement weather, driving an hour and 20 minutes to pick up a toy is not ideal, but great. That fella and I is going to work it out. He wants it out of his garage, so. Oh, negative 14 Celsius. That's terrible. Yes, Reverender, that Shriner truck is cool though. If you guys watching here, I'm sure you see Reverender Garage in the live chat. he's working on they collectively are working on a really cool Shriner go-kart truck project. It's coming along. I don't want to spoil anything. If you go watch their stuff. They should have a lot more subscribers than they have. Their production quality is really good. I recommend. Oh, okay. Before that, testing the coil outside the case. I believe I do. You're wanting to get as close as possible to the windings. I assume you're wanting to eliminate what might be bad in between the plug and the actual windings. $17 running Suzuki four-wheelers. That's awesome. That's warmer than I don't know how you do it. I don't. I can handle the cold. I've worked out in it, at least USA Midwest cold, not Canada cold. I don't know how many layers of clothes I have on. 1, 2, old man sweater, hoodie, coat. 1, 2, 3, 4. About 5 on the top, and I got my long skivvies underneath my jeans and a couple pairs of socks. It's crossed my mind to put a wood stove out here, but getting it fired up hot and then unfired up so I can go in. When I was a kid, Dad had a wood stove piped into the house, and something went wrong, and our home burnt down. It we really don't know what happened, but we came home and Grandpa had crawled in there with a garden hose, and the fire department said if he hadn't done that, it would have blown up like a pop can, because it was a house trailer. It was a mobile home, and it melted the thermostat on the wall, and it made a connection and kicked the fan on. So while this thing is on fire, the blower is running, just churning more and more oxygen into that fire. It's a bad deal. That's why I'm a little spooked about turning stuff off when I leave, making sure everything's shut down, getting in the house and thinking, did I shut that heater off? Traipsing all the way back out to the shop, looking. In fact, it most likely 90% is unplugged and done and good. But yeah, that's a little tidbit of my life. Okay, I'm with you. Yeah, the worst it'll do is not work, right? I can't hurt it worse. So if I do some more checking and I have what I need, yeah, repair. That would be nicer. Sorry, I got the drips. Ed Zachary. Is that your name? Or is that a channel I need to look up? Well, Ed, nice to know your name. Oh, exactly. Gotcha. I didn't pick up on the play on words. It's Zachary. I like it, man. No problem. That's funny though. I like that. Oh. Where in the world? I live in Indiana, South Central. I'm 2-ish hours from Indianapolis. If that kind of, it's cornfields and coal mines. On my real early videos, I was trying to think of a lead in, an intro, and I would say, from the land of the cornfields and coal mines, this is Upchuck Chops. See you, Red. Thanks for stopping by. I super appreciate it. Tell your dad I said hey, and you guys stay warm as you can. Take care. Hi, Red's dad. Glad you're here. Thanks for hanging out. Yeah, we got some of my. It never fails with the railroad track running right behind the house. If I come out here to make a video, I'm really surprised that one hasn't came through tonight and just rattled the windows. And there's nothing you can do. You just have to stop and sit, let the train get by, and then continue on about your business if I'm filming or doing something like that. I've lived a few places. Yeah. Trains are a necessary thing, but golly, can they be loud. Okay, I'll call you Bill. I appreciate that. I should probably just call you sir, but since you said to call you Bill, I will. Hey, no problem, Reverender. You guys are doing good things out there. I tell you what, if I could, and I know this is a far out difficult thing to do, but Hot Dog, if I could find a way to run into some of my internet friends from different YouTube channels, that would be a blast. I know for the, like, I think Mr. Beast has a big hangout for super huge channels, and they rub elbows and stuff, and that's fine. I don't like fancy stuff too much, but if I get a chance to bump into some of you guys, I'm going to take it. I had, funny story, Reverender. I appreciate that. I really do. I lost my train of thought again. I was talking about meeting up with internet friends, and I just had this amazing thought. There's other folks that get together and do it. I don't know. It's gone now. I'll think of it once we end this, and I'll be like, oh, I should have said. No Name Nationals. That's good to know. Yeah, as I'm learning where people are, if I get close, now I know. Thank goodness. All right, Reverender. Take care. Enjoy dinner. Tell Mom I said hey. There was someone who called me or sent me a text, and I didn't recognize the number, and they said, I'd love to come to Indiana and see you. And I thought, well, maybe it's one of these folks that's got my phone number from YouTube somehow that I've corresponded with. And so I answered. It ended up, I think it's one of those scammers that fake like they know you until they get enough information to try and sucker you out of some money. So I shut that one down. Oh. I am a football fan. I watch it. I wouldn't say religiously. If I'm in the shop and it's Saturday evening, I'll turn on a game and mute it. If it's on Poor People TV, I don't have cable. But if there's one on, I'll keep an eye on the score. Hey, thank you. Yeah, I was pretty excited about them winning. I cannot. I'm not going to lie and tell you I've been a lifetime Hoosier football fan. If they were playing and I saw them, I wanted them to win, of course. Hoosier basketball fan, I've been a fan of since Bobby Knight was throwing chairs and allegedly assaulting people. God bless him. I would have gladly been abused by that man to play basketball for him if I was a good enough basketball player. I was only good enough to play varsity for a year in high school. Could have been 2, but I laid out and didn't play because I was struggling with my studies. Yeah, it's a good time to jump on the bandwagon. Yeah, like I said, I wished him well before, but I didn't follow it real closely. Super Bowl's coming up in a couple of weeks. I'm good for the teams that are there. Yes. Yeah, Nebraska is a big football school, isn't it? In Indiana, you got IU basketball, Purdue basketball, and some football, and Notre Dame football that people get almost ornery about. Yeah, they were a good ball team. And you can't say they were the underdog. I always root for the underdog, the guy that shouldn't win getting a win, But they were and they weren't all at the same time. There was expectations. They had a good year last year, and then it seemed like once they got into the playoffs, people expected them to lose, and then they won. And they expected them to lose again, and then they won. And then the Miami game, it was kind of a weird feeling, like they shouldn't be the underdog, but it sort of feels like it. And then they ended up winning that one too. So yeah, it was great. I kind of like the coach. He always looks grumpy and serious. Yeah, historically an underdog. It was good. It was a good time to watch. Matter of fact, I said I don't have cable TV earlier. I did spring for what was it? Oh, it was Fubo. I never do the free 5-day trial and you hope to remember to cancel it. I never do that, but I had to watch that ball game and I stayed up too late watching it and I paid for it at work, but it was one of them deals where it's like, you know what, future self, tomorrow's not going to be very much fun, but you're going to enjoy tonight. Yeah, the sneer. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Well, it's about 9:30 at my house. This has been a good time. I think I'm going to go ahead and shut her down. Thanks everybody for hanging out with me for a little bit. Thanks for helping me out, Pit Snipe Husker. I appreciate everything. I really do. I'm always happy to learn something new. So I'll probably do a little more testing and bite the bullet and order some parts. But thank you. So yeah, I think I'm going to wrap this up. I'm going to go back in the house proper out of the shop and get the boots off and get warmed up and maybe take me a long, nice winter's nap. So I will catch you guys later. If you guys would like to make this a little more regular, I would give it a shot. I will also probably try to make notes next time, have an agenda. But good night, Bill. Thanks for hanging out. I'll see you guys soon.